So we are getting closer and closer to the opening day of deer season, and I am still trying to pattern some bucks and just trying to take inventory of what we have around here. If you watched the last two videos, I was checking cameras, and then I did some mock scrapes and stuff. So I did some work on preparing and trying to just figure out what deer are around, and especially what buck are around. I have this one buck in particular that I was sort of able to pattern. I set up a mock scrape on his travel route, and we're gonna go check that camera here today. Hopefully he shows up on it. But we're also gonna check all the other cameras as well. Heading back to the trail camera where I weed eated a path for the deer to walk. I'll probably come back here yet again to weed eat more of the trail, and I have to weed eat around the tree stand because a bunch of brush has grown up around it. Also, if you can't tell, I'm getting over a cold right now. I'm not feeling the best. Anyway, deer season is getting closer, so gotta do what you gotta do to make sure you're ready, you know? So you can't even see the path that I mowed through back there because it's grown over already so much. So I don't even know. I got to get back through here and try to remow this and everything, because what I mowed, just it's all grown up again. And I doubt we're going to have any good pictures here on this camera. You know, once fall arrives and all this foliage and grass starts dying off, we'll probably see some more deer traveling through here. I think I'll just have to come back here at the four-wheeler and try to drive on it a bunch. The other thing I was talking about is here's our tree stand. And as you can see, this shrub is just growing over this thing. So when we climb up, we make a lot of noise, and it was like that last year. It was starting to get bad, but it's definitely getting worse. And so I got to get that trimmed back before the season starts. So we got a total of 9 videos here this week. So that is just pitiful. Next on this morning's list is we're going to head down to the mock scrape that I made. We're going to check that camera. Hopefully there's more than 9 videos on it. And I think there will be, just because, I mean, there's always deer traveling through there. I did actually check this camera a few days after I made the mock scrape just to see if this buck was coming through. Unfortunately, the buck did not come through in the following 3 or 4 days that I made that mock scrape, which was a little weird. I might have disturbed his pattern because I put that mock scrape there, so I'm hoping that it didn't mess anything up. But it's been about a week since then. Hopefully he's gotten back into his pattern, and if not that, hopefully he came through at least once, or maybe some other buck, because it is August 9th today. Hunting season is a little over a month away, and I'm really just trying to pin down and pattern some bucks, or at least figure out what bucks are here so that I have a target to go after this upcoming season. So before I look at that mock scrape, I'm just gonna pop this card here, see what's in it. Only 16, are you kidding me? What is wrong with these cameras? So here's the scrape. Doesn't look like anything's really hitting it. Freshen it up a little bit. Not really expecting too much to hit it, but I would really like if at least the buck would come through and at least look at it. Another thing on this rubbing thing here, a guy told me that it should be at actually like around belly button height so fawns can come up and hit it. So I'm gonna have to change that here eventually, not today because I just don't have the time. But that is something that I will do here in the future before hunting season starts. So this camera up here that sits at the corner of the cornfield up here and the pasture has 60 pictures on it. I'm hoping this one shows something good. Last time I was up here, I moved this camera and I turned it towards the grass over there. Originally, I had it pointed right here and it wasn't picking up deer very well. It did a little bit, but now I turned it so it's pointing over here. So any deer that's like moving through here, back that way, it can pick it up real easily. So that has 60 pictures on it. Hoping that it at least has something good. Every once in a while, we do get some decent buck up here. Maybe this time it does. But also every year we hit this slump in pictures and videos where the deer just kind of stop moving for a little bit. Sometimes it'll last for like a month or so, but we get these weeks where, and even months, where the deer just don't want to move much. We were getting pretty decent pictures up until about last week. Hopefully there's good stuff on the cameras now, but judging by the numbers, there's not a whole lot there. So we just hit these slumps where deer aren't really moving that much. It's the beginning of August, stuff's starting to change a little bit maybe, but normally after that, kind of when September rolls around, when hunt season rolls around, the slump kind of picks up a little bit, and we start getting some better stuff. So hopefully though we don't hit a slump. That's the hope, that we don't hit this slump, but it happens, and you got to make the best of it. Do what you can to find what you can. We're gonna take these cards back, check them, and hopefully we have something good.